Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there. They're all living the devil may care, and I am just a devil with love to spare. So viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. How I wish that there were more than the 24 hours in the day. Even if there were 40 more, I wouldn't sleep a minute away. Oh, there's blackjack and poker and the roulette wheel, a fortune won and lost on every deal. All you need is a strong heart and a nerve of steel. Viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas with your neon flashing and your one-armed bandits crashing all those hopes down the drain. Viva Las Vegas, turning day into nighttime, turning night into daytime. If you see it once, you'll never be the same again. I'm gonna keep on the run, I'm gonna have me some fun. If it costs me my very last dime, if I wind up broke, well, I'll always remember that I had a swing in time. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Lady luck, please let the dice stay hot. Let me shoot a 7 with every shot. Viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas, viva Las Vegas, viva, viva Las Vegas.
How sick of Elvis are you, buddy?
Oh, this is your favorite song, I thought you said.
Oh, my God, no more Elvis. So this is it. It is day 5.
Whew.
We've reached the finish line. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, yikes. We reached the finish line, buddy.
Are you exhausted?
I'm pretty tired, man. I'm already thinking, so it's 11:48 a.m. Look, we're even early today.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did we make it to the finish line, but we made it early today, which is kind of crazy. But we're here, and we're early. But I'm doing the math, so I got 11:48, 12:48, 1:48. It's 2:48 right now in Florida. I think I will be home this time tomorrow. No.
Oh, my gosh.
I think I'll be in Wawa this time tomorrow, filling up a large 24-ounce coffee. Actually, like a whole carton of them, probably 12 of them.
I'll get you a bucket of coffee.
First of all, how you feeling? Because the bug that's going around obviously kicked my ass for 2 days. Pete Shepard is a walking germ, is what he tweeted out. And he's so sick he couldn't even make a show this morning. How you feeling? Because you were down for the count last night.
I was down, but you know, you can't get me out of this, man. I don't care what you did. And I had a great evening just resting up, and thanks for the tussin, as it was, because I'm back, baby. Let's go.
I'm looking for Chumbawamba, but I don't think I have them on the board. I get knocked down, but I get up again.
That's me. Yeah, I'm that guy that gets sick for like 12 hours and I'm back. I'm a freak.
Good for you. All right, well, the first thing was how you doing. The second thing is it's your birthday today, buddy. Happy birthday.
Yes.
How old are we today? 55? 57?
59? No.
59?
No, I'm 48, you bastard.
Oh, man. All right,
yes.
The chat is going. My buddy Sam Schmidt. What's happening? Sam Schmidt so Sam Schmidt owns an awesome company called Smart Living Home Products. This dude's got water treatment systems, but he's got air. He's got the grounded sleep system. He's got these air buddies, which I'm trying to get more info on because I want to get him to be a sponsor on the show. Because these things are like air fresheners, but they smell good and it pulls all the crap out of your, out of your air. So
that's important. A lot of the air fresheners just mask that right there will take it away.
What I usually do is I just let one rip if I want to mask something that's going on, and that kind of takes care of it. But yeah, we're tired, man. We hit the last night. We hit the. Let me see if I can get this right. It was the FHM Babes in Toyland Playmaker Super Bowl party hosted by Michael Irving, who we didn't get to see because it was like 4 degrees out there last night. So we dipped out pretty quick. But it was also hosted by Bonnie, who was on the show yesterday. Bonnie was fantastic.
That's right.
So that was pretty cool last night. And yeah, man, we're ready to wrap it up. And we got I got a lot of notes on this paper today. So happy birthday, PAR. I can cross that off the list. We're 1 down already.
Yeah, if you want to hear, there's a lot of people that share my birthday if you care.
Who else? Who shares your birthday? Let's see. Who else
Vince
you got?
Papali, who was on Tony's show.
Vince Papali.
Danny White, Mookie Wilson.
Mookie.
Yeah, here's one that's special is Vladimir Guerrero Sr. He's actually the same exact age as I am. Big one right here, Joe Pesci. Hey, Joe Pesci. And then Judith Light. Carol.
You know what happens in the drive-thru, right?
I know.
You never go to the drive-thru.
I'm doomed. But, I'll go as fast as I can. Judith Light from Who's the Boss, Carol King. You might know her. Tom Hiddleston from, Thor. He's
I have no idea who Tom Hiddleston
is. He was Loki, if you know that guy. Michael B. Jordan, not Michael Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, Creed.
Yeah.
Creed.
Mia Farrow, Travis Tritt, Charlie Day. He's the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah,
yes,
that guy.
I love that show.
I figured you'd like that guy. Rose Leslie, if you know her from Downtown Abbey and Game of Thrones. John Crook, Jimmy Smith, the former receiver for the Jaguars. Jair Alexander, the cornerback for the Packers. And I saw him yesterday, Saquon Barkley. So I'm in good company.
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
And your mom's birthday? Robbie Listella's mom's birthday. I did not know that.
And
you didn't tell me that until right now.
Mom's birthday. Happy birthday.
You didn't tell me that till today, right now.
I know.
So we have, and I was told I can't, I gotta word it properly, all right?
Oh.
I'm almost going to tell you that we have a head coach of one of the 2 Super Bowl teams coming on shortly, okay?
Oh, nobody else gets this guy.
He's currently wrapping up with Chris Mad Dog Russo over on Sirius XM, and then he's heading over this way. So that will be pretty cool when he shows up. So we got that excited. And can I tell you about, can we recap real quick and get this out of the way? My NBA role that I've been on this week.
Yes, sir.
It's been epic, to be honest with you. So I've picked 8 games altogether. Not all of them were locks, but I picked 8 games. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them were locks. My locks are 5 wins and 0 losses. And of the 8 games that I picked altogether, I'm 7-1 so far. So, yeah, please don't come at me with, hey, you're a gambling expert, you're a gambling pro. Let me have you on the show because nobody picks games better than us. Anybody who wants to go toe-to-toe with me, I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, you'll smack them down like they're Apollo Creed. So.
Yeah, I definitely will. I'll say, you should have never come back like Clubber Lang. So let's get right to what I got today, just to get it out of the way, all right?
All right, you better put this down, guys. Write this in ink.
Segway making moves.
Joe Pesci painted his house, if anybody cares. Luch dropping that. Luch dropping that in the chat. That Joe Pesci painted his house. Good stuff, Luch.
I heard you paint houses.
So here's what I got, man. I looked at it, and man, I was aggravated last night. The game that cost me last night was the Indiana Pacers, and I had them in so many different parlays that they cost me probably $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 last night.
So are we gonna fade the Pacers moving forward, or what?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I thought they were about to go on a roll, and they haven't. Yeah. So they. So anyway, so I looked at what's going on tonight. Okay, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games tonight, and this was rough to find a lock. Turns out I got 3 games that I like. All right. You got Atlanta going into Philadelphia. Philadelphia is all kinds of sideways right now.
Yep.
With Embiid out, they've been playing like garbage. And you got Atlanta coming in who, again, Atlanta was a lock 2 weeks ago to lose and not cover. But Atlanta's been playing pretty good lately. I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna put Atlanta in a parlay tonight, or minus actually. They're going into Philly and they're minus 2.5. I'm gonna take Atlanta minus 2.5. That is not my lock.
What's with that line?
Against Philly, because Philly's that bad right now, man. Here's another one. And you know I hate big lines. You got Milwaukee is hosting Charlotte. Now Charlotte is horrible, but Milwaukee is also horrible.
Right now.
Even with Doc, I mean, nothing's changed.
Maybe that's why.
Milwaukee is minus 14.5.
Ooh.
I'm going to play Charlotte tonight, not because I like them in any way, shape, or form, but it's because I don't like Milwaukee minus 14.5 over anybody at all,
that's
period.
never a good one.
So I'm gonna put Charlotte in a parlay. But here's my lock, and this is going against things that I usually do and say I never go on the LA teams and I avoid them altogether. The New Orleans Pelicans are going into Los Angeles tonight to play the Lakers. I'm taking New Orleans as my lock, and I'm laying 2.5 points.
Okay.
So lock in New Orleans, minus 2.5 over the Lakers. And if you want to do a little parlay for fun, there's another game with a gigantic spread. Washington, who's absolutely horrible also, is going into Boston. And Boston's a beast. But Boston, tell him to get his cup. Boston has not been great at home lately, and they've been losing some games and whatnot. So 17.5 is a lot of points. I don't, I would avoid that altogether. But New Orleans is the lock for the day, and that's my NBA, my final NBA pick for Super Bowl week for you guys. So that's what we got. What is our first? All right. Okay, Tom, bring the coach over and let's get him in. And so this is a really big deal right here. Coach, you want to put that headset on right there, and this is crazy, super exciting. Almost the coach of the Super. Again, are you getting tired of coming to these Super Bowl events, Coach?
Heck, man, I love it. I'm in the buffet capital of the world, baby. This is so exciting for me.
Now, you just came from Chris Mad Dog Russo?
That's right, guys. I'm over there on Sirius XM, and now I got you.
How was Mad Dog?
Mad Dog's a lot of fun, man. These guys are great.
Is he shot out of a cannon or what? He's always shot out of a cannon, isn't he?
Oh, man, those guys who knows what they're going to do over there. They told me there'd be nuggies involved, and
oh my goodness.
I didn't see anything. That's all.
So how are you enjoying Vegas so far, Coach?
Oh, man, it's been a blast. I love it. Super Bowl in one of these big cities is great, man. There's so many great, friendly people. We're all NFL-minded, and that's great. Love it.
Have you hit the tables at all yet?
I've hit the buffet tables.
That's right.
That's for sure. We had to have my team come ahead of me and make sure that those chefs are ready for me. I told them I was going to shut them down.
Do you have any prop bets that you plan on or that you can recommend?
Well, when it comes to prop bets, I don't know. And I've always been told that I have to take care of my own props being on the stage. But, when it comes to Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift gave me a friendship bracelet the other day that said you better throw to Kelce or else.
Oh, all right. So
I thought, what the heck? But it came from Taylor, so I guess Travis is going to have a busy game again.
She might hit you. Watch out.
She might, man. Gosh, I'll just shake it off, though.
If you win or when you win, will Taylor get a Super Bowl ring?
Taylor might get a ring.
That's breaking news.
You heard it here first.
That's breaking news right there.
A ring.
Wow. And let me ask this. How concerned are you with Travis being distracted with Taylor trying to get over here from Tokyo in time?
Travis is distracted all the time. He's a different sort of guy. You've seen Jason. Those guys, they can deal with any type of distraction. I'm not worried at all.
Oh, he's playing your song right here.
There you go. There we go. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot being said about Patrick's dad bod. What can you tell us about that?
Hey, nobody knows a dad bod better than me. Hey, you know, all the great ones have dad bods. You saw Tom Brady a few years ago when somebody took a picture of him out on the beach. You know, you don't see this dad bod, though, and nobody wants to take a picture of mine. I don't get that. I don't understand.
Is it fun for you, though, to put Patrick out there with no shirt on, say, against the Ravens afterwards and say, look at this body. This is what you couldn't stop. This is what you couldn't stop.
This is what you couldn't stop. Man, if they had a quarterback, they might have won that game. But anyhow, that was a good game. And so I look forward to the challenge of playing San Francisco 49ers. That's for sure.
Hey, Coach, I got to ask. So, you know, I've heard you're a big cheeseburger advocate.
That's right.
All right. So, have you been to In-N-Out since you've been here yet?
I haven't. That's one of my favorite places.
That's one of your favorite
I get
places.
it animal style, baby.
Animal style. Me too.
That's right, man. That's the way to go.
So is that the best place, or where's the best burger,
Well,
Coach?
the best burger is the next one that's put in front of me.
There we go. There you go, Coach. There you go.
Coach, have you ever been to Kauffman Stadium?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
All right, so after you, we have someone coming on called Stadium Food Girl is what she goes by.
Nice.
And she goes around and she critiques the food at all Major League Baseball stadiums.
Yeah.
And she was telling us about the caramel apple pizza at Kauffman Stadium. Have you ever had that? It's a
I
dessert.
have never had that, but all of a sudden my salivary glands are starting to fire up, baby.
No, I cannot wait for opening day just to fly out there, say hello to you, and go straight over and get one of these
That's
pizzas.
right. I'm a helmet nacho guy. That's my thing.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got helmet barbecue nachos that are the best around. Oh, man, they put the nacho chips in there, and they layer the barbecue brisket. Then they put a little corn on there and a little sauce. And, oh, man, I'm telling you what, there's nothing better. I love that. Every game. I've got a lot of helmets in my garage.
I bet you do. I bet you do. So I saw on your Instagram or your TikTok, I saw that you're involved in giving some people donuts for an entire year.
That's right,
Is
baby.
That something you want to mention that here?
Oh, man, that's right. Donutology, baby. You go out before the big game and you purchase your Donutology football shirt for $58 for Super Bowl 58 there, baby. And I got to watch myself. When the Chiefs win, they get 1 dozen donuts a week for the entire year of 2024, just for $58.
Just for $58.
$58.
That's
but
a bargain.
these
That's a
look
deal
like-
you can sink your teeth into.
These
Yeah.
look like some pretty big, good-sized donuts.
Oh,
They
man.
don't look like Dunkin' Donuts.
They're amazing. They make them up there, and then they've got these little minis that they fry up in front of you. And you can get maple and bacon, and you get them stuffed with strawberry. Oh, my God, I love Donutology.
Donutology. Where's
Yeah.
it based out of? Where's that based out of?
It's out of Kansas City. There's one in Westport, and there's one down in the River City Market area. But my go-to when it comes to donuts is Lamar's Donuts. That's for sure.
Lamar's Donuts also in Kansas City?
Yeah, and then there's Ridgewood Donuts and Bakery. Yeah, man, I like them all.
See, we don't have in Florida, at least that I know.
We have Jupiter Donuts.
Jupiter. That's like the
Donuts,
only
which-
local spot, though. The rest is like Dunkin'.
Yeah,
or...
but what he's got looks like Jupiter Donuts.
Oh,
when I
really?
saw it.
Okay,
Yeah, it looks-
okay.
it
So
looks good.
Jupiter's legit, I will
Jupiter's
say.
like $20 a dozen when they sell
Yeah,
these
but
things
it's good.
normally.
It's good. I will
Yeah,
say.
this is like an $1,100 value.
This is nice.
Yeah.
This is real nice.
That's a good
So,
deal.
look,
So that's my prop bet right there.
so there's a lot of talk going on about you retiring.
Oh, no.
The only thing I'm retiring is the buffets down here in Vegas.
That's right. You're going to put them out of business.
Yeah, as soon as my age catches up with the Super Bowl number, I'll retire.
Coach, there's not many buffets left out here.
No.
They've closed all the good ones. There's Luxor has got a buffet, which, have you seen Vegas Vacation?
Yeah.
Where they have some of the red and some of the blue.
Yeah.
That is the Luxor buffet.
Yeah.
And to the best of my knowledge, Caesars is like the only other buffet that's left. So
Oh, man, that's where I'm heading next.
What about
Caesars?
the prime rib?
Yeah.
Is that's gone too, or?
I don't know.
'Cause that was
I
a
don't
thing.
know.
Prime
I
rib
don't
everywhere.
know.
Jeff, what was the review you saw about the Luxor buffet? Top review? What was it?
It was terrible.
Yeah, if that's the top review, I don't know. You
Yeah,
gotta let us know.
I've got
Coach.
12 of them on a list
Okay.
that I've already marked out for visiting.
So, are you afraid about Kelsey going Hollywood now? Because there's a lot of he's gonna get engaged just so he can get a movie career and become
Yeah.
a big star. I mean, are you afraid of losing the guy?
We had Tony Gonzalez. He said the same thing. He went down to Atlanta and didn't get a Super Bowl ring there. So, hey, at least while Travis is here, we're going to get the best out of him. There's no doubt about that. Greatest tight end now in the history of football, I think.
Now, do you like Cajun food?
Hey, man, next year, hey, that's right, baby. You know how Patrick is when he's out there, when he wants the plays coming in? Man, when I get down to the gumbo down there in New Orleans, it's going to be just like that. Keep bringing it on, baby.
You know, there's some gumbo over there at the stand. You got to go check it out.
All right.
King cake, gumbo, catfish, all over there by the New Orleans committee, man. It's good food, I would say, Coach.
Man, that's great.
Yep.
Gumbo brings a tear to my eye.
Coach, legit, what is your prediction for the game? This seems like a coin toss at this point. It seems like it's going to come down to last possession. What are your real thoughts?
Yeah, we've got two great defenses going against each other again, and you've got Brock Purdy, who's a great game manager. He
sound like Cam Newton.
Hey, well, he does a really good job. He's got a lot of talent around him. Patrick Mahomes has got that something special, though. And if you look at the locker rooms, I really think that our locker room just has this special feeling about it. They're a group not only of players, but, we've got a big sign in our locker room that says you come in as players, you leave as family. And the Hunts really believe in that philosophy, and so does Spags and myself. Yeah. And so, we really love them, take care of them, and that's that special thing that every Super Bowl champion needs when it comes down to that final play, which, with these two teams being so competitive, I think it'll probably come down to Butker's leg. Yeah. Push us over the end, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, he's kicked a game-winning one in the Super Bowl for no?
Yeah.
So he's got that power to him. If it comes down to the butt kicker, I don't think anyone's hitting it better than him.
No. That's right. You saw
the butt kicker.
You saw Justin Tucker trying to intimidate us there at the Ravens game. Nothing works against these guys, man. These guys
Didn't
just
Travis
got that
kick his footballs away?
That's
something?
right. He took them away, and then Mahomes kept throwing away his little tee there. Oh, man. And Justin Tucker, when he got caught in an interview afterwards, it was like a kid getting called into the principal's office. They have to explain why he got in trouble, and get out of it.
Hey, Coach, I got a question. So I was hoping do you have maybe a little relationship with the Gracie Hunt? Because I'm hoping maybe you can introduce him to my boy Robbie right here. Would they a match made in heaven
I'll
right
tell
there?
you what.
That would be.
Who cares about Taylor? Whew, when you got Gracie Hunt on your team, man, I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
We might be able to get you guys to meet there.
All right, I got to take me out to Kansas City sometime, Coach. I've never been.
You see who just posed for the big Sports Illustrated edition there, old Brittany.
I saw that, yeah.
Holy guacamole.
Coach,
Man.
have you seen these noggin hats that are going around this place yet?
Yeah, I
these
have.
gigantic. Have you ever seen those before today?
Yeah.
We've never seen them before this week.
Yeah.
I've been trying to track them down. I think they left because they sold out.
Oh,
the hats
man.
are
Yeah.
everywhere, but I can't find these
Yeah,
guys.
I'm going to steal one for you, AJ. Okay?
Yeah, no, these are amazing.
Coach, one of my friends back home, he wants to know, do you think +2 is a safe bet? You think Chiefs are going to win, so +2, that's easy money.
That should be a safe bet.
Yeah.
And Travis, Taylor's already warned me that Travis is going to be the MVP. So
all right, there you go.
That should be another one. There you go.
Parlay it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, Coach, we know that you were in high demand today, and we appreciate you coming out here. Where can everyone find you?
Well, you can find me on social media as almost Andy Reid, but at this time, man, I'll tell you what, if you want a special message for one of your friends or a birthday message, I'm down here in Vegas, so find me on cameo.com.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You are fantastic. You've always been fantastic. You've always been there when we called and requested you, and we appreciate it. So.
Well, thanks, guys. I enjoy the show very much.
Coach Andy Reid, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a picture with the coach.
Let's go,
almost
baby.
Andy Reid, and we'll be right back.
That's right.
'Cause the players gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Heartbreakers gonna break, 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 break. And the fakers gonna fake, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off. Hey, hey, hey! Just think, while you've been getting down and out about the liars and the dirty, dirty cheats of the world, you could have been getting down to this sick beat. My ex-man brought his new girlfriend. She's like, oh my god, but I'm just gonna shake into the fella over there with the hella good hair. Won't you come on over, baby? We can shake, shake, shake. Yeah. 'Cause the players gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 hate. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake.
Well, I don't know if this is break. I guess this is big breaking NFL news. And I guess you reap what you sow, or what goes around comes around. But O.J. Simpson diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, this is just breaking right now. He's been
Wow.
spotted in. Doesn't O.J. Simpson live in Las Vegas?
Yeah, he golfs all over the place out here.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it O.J. or almost O.J.?
almost. Oh, shoot.
Oh, that was great, man. Almost Andy Reid is he's always fantastic. And now with another, we were just telling almost Andy Reid about you, Val.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
because,
we mentioned you.
because he's from Kansas City, and I asked him if he's ever been to Kauffman Stadium and if he's ever had the pizza. That's all I think about is the caramel apple pizza. And I cannot wait to go.
Yeah, it's really good. For those quick backstory, Kauffman Stadium has some of the best food. Go check it out. But there is a dessert pizza called the caramel apple something pizza, vanilla ice cream. I think it's like pie crust that's baked into like instead of pizza dough, and it's like caramel drizzle, apple slices, cinnamon, vanilla bean ice cream, I believe, if I'm remembering the details right. So
That's literally all I think about. I mean, I've been with you a few times since you brought that up, and originally since you brought that up on our show. And what have I brought up to you? Caramel apple pizza, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
For me, it's that burrito, the burnt ends.
Oh,
burrito.
you know they sell them here at Mandalay Bay.
Well, yeah. Where?
So actually, it's Border Grill Barbecue Mexicana. They
Oh,
run.
yeah. I know that place.
Yeah. So they have their own stand at Allegiant Stadium, and they have their own stand at the Las Vegas Ballpark.
All right, and they're comparable. Well, I thought I'm looking around. I thought you had one for me, right?
I ate it.
So Val is known as Stadium Food Girl, and we're a little bit upset with both of you first. And Brick, what is your MLB Trash Talkers? Correct? Is that your handle?
Correct. At
Right.
MLB Trash Talkers
Slide
on
in
Instagram.
a little bit.
Oh,
Get a
yeah,
little bit
of course.
closer to.
Yeah,
get a
act
little
like
bit
we're
closer to
together,
Val,
like
all
we
right?
know each
yes,
other.
like you. MLB Trash Talkers. Okay, and we'll get to you, Rick, and
no worries.
and your account. But I mean, Stadium Food Girl. You guys are based out of Vegas. You should have been here on Monday to welcome us to town, to take us out to all the different food places. We've literally eaten nothing all week. We've been eating McDonald's, Johnny Rockets in the hotel all week.
We got to get you out to some Korean barbecue.
We got to get you out to some
Oh,
Bill.
Out
If
to
Bill, if
Chinatown.
you're listening, that's his spot. The garlic chicken with the cheese on the side.
Really?
Vegas really is a food destination. And it's ironic because this is where I started my stadium food journey. Little did I know that outside of the stadiums, there's an actual food paradise here in Vegas too.
Yeah, but you're reviewing more than just stadium foods, right? Because I see you unpacking grocery bags and things at the house sometimes.
I try and tie it in with sports as much as possible. So that was post traveling to Texas for Rangers Fan Fest. We didn't go grocery shopping for like 2 weeks. And so we needed to do that. So went to Trader Joe's, and then I had like my Super Bowl 50 sweater on, like kind of tying the theme with it being Super Bowl week. So.
No, but you're big baseball fans, both of you.
Oh, absolutely.
Big sports fans,
Ball is
but
life.
we follow baseball more, and then I'd probably say football, then college. I don't know, football and college are like tie for me, and then like hockey, and then everything else.
And I also know that you guys like to be in the action every night or most nights when the games are on. You look at the lines and you make some picks.
Yes.
And you make
That's
some
something
bets.
that we study. If I studied as hard as I did, if I studied this hard in school, I'd probably have a master's by now.
That sounds like what my mom said.
Why do you not follow my NBA picks? Since we've been here this week, I've put out 8 picks and 7 of them have hit.
I overheard your locks from earlier in broadcast. What's your lock tonight?
So tonight was a hard night. I didn't really like anything, but I got to give a lock because I'm on such a roll. So I took
All
New
right.
Orleans minus 2.5 going into LA. That's my lock out of all the games that are here.
Clippers or Lakers?
Lakers.
Okay. yeah.
I would also throw a couple bucks. I'm going to, just for fun, on Atlanta minus 2.5 against Philly because Philly's a mess right now.
Okay.
And Milwaukee is minus 14.5 against Charlotte. Charlotte's horrible, but so is Milwaukee. They shouldn't be favored by 14.5 over
14 and
anyone.
No, that's just way too many points.
So if you get a couple bucks, you want to make a little parlay with the 3 of those teams. But out of everything that's going on tonight, I think New Orleans is the best.
Yeah.
The best that I could call a lock.
Be a nice
but
little way to build up the bankroll before Super Bowl. I mean, the big game, right?
I have a gift. I should be stadium basketball picker dude.
You really
so I
should,
should be
though.
because
Arena
stadium
picker.
Stadium lock bros.
In the spirit of being greasy, my lock a couple days ago was women's college basketball. Creighton was minus 29-point favorites, and they covered. I think they beat Xavier by like 40. So.
Oh, I got to learn from that. I don't know anything about the women's basketball. So
Hey, I really keep up with like a couple teams. Just
okay.
yeah, but like when the ticker's on, I try and like pay attention to that for like if I want to dabble the next
I think
day.
even a few Saturdays ago, or was it last Saturday? We were like, all right, let's throw a few bucks on a Fresno State
We
versus.
freaking took Fresno State, and of course they couldn't come through, but they were playing Colorado.
It was a 7.5 point spread.
7.5 point spread. They were doing great at first, and then halftime, or like 3 minutes before halftime, Colorado pulled away, and it was done after that.
So when you're picking these games, what are you doing for research? How are you picking, say, Fresno State or whoever it is? What are you doing?
I think
I look at it kind of like the almanac or the encyclopedia or a dictionary, however you want to put it. I kind of just go on I go on the different apps and I look at all right, what's the public taking? And I like to fade the public.
Contrarian, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of a don't really overthink it.
Yeah.
Just fade it. What's gonna
Fade
make the casino the most money,
fade
right?
you, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, because this hasn't been my year.
I actually have a simple process.
Okay.
So I get all the games for the day, the NBA games, and I don't look at the spreads. I handicap the games.
Okay.
And I figure out what I think the score is going to be. And I'm usually pretty damn close.
Look at you.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then what I do is I go back and look at the points. Okay? And then I'm going to look at who played last night, who had to travel.
Right.
Teams that are coming off a long road trip, they never played good their first game home. Okay? I look at, obviously, who's out, who's possibly out. And I follow more trends than I do actually statistics and feelings because I pay attention. Even if I don't bet on a game, I make sure I watch and keep track of all the NBA games every day. So I get a vibe of the team, a vibe of what's going on, because it's a long season. And, you know, like right now, Golden State, all of a sudden, they're covering spreads and they're winning. Golden State was garbage early on. Atlanta was so bad. They were every time Atlanta played, I just said, that's it, bet against Atlanta. They never cover, they never win. But now all of a sudden, Atlanta's winning. So if you don't stay locked in and kind of have your finger on that's what works for me. You know, I have other gambling experts who come on and tell me, well, you got to look at this and the line movement and the late. I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't pay attention. I look. What do I figure out? Then I put the spread together. Then I take a look at what the trend seems to be or what it feels like. And and it works for me. And 7-1 so far.
Oh, there you go.
I had a challenge on day one out here. The morning guy on TBSN challenged me to head-to-head because he likes to put his picks out. He lost his first two. We haven't seen him again after that. He hasn't even shown up for work. He said he's up in his room not feeling good. So it's kind of crazy. So how excited are you guys for Super Bowl? What are your plans for Super Bowl?
I personally am very excited for the big game.
I've been a bitter Betty
We've
all
been
week. I've been
we've
a bitter Betty all week.
So obviously, getting a ticket or attending in person is going to be out of the question. But so we have been studying and looking at, all right, where's going to be the best big game watch party. A lot of places on the strip right now. You're looking to spend a minimum $300.
Yep.
A lot of our local neighborhood bars are, hey, pay $20 deposit. It's going to go towards your tab, or $50. So that's probably going to be the move for us.
All right.
With the COVID seasons, everything being kind of partially shut down, or if not all shut down, we were doing a lot of grilling and just watching the games from home. So now that it's here in our backyard, let's go enjoy it with the let's go and enjoy it in a loud sports environment.
The last thing I want to do as a Denver Broncos fan is see the Kansas City Chiefs.
I know you hate this.
I mean, I don't know, like
you know who hates this the most?
Who's that?
Raider fans.
Yeah.
They're on their field.
The Chiefs are using their locker room.
This is their absolute worst
Were you the one that was over there? You're pulling the fire alarm for the 49ers hotel or something like that?
I should have been. I want to be friends with them.
That sounds like something.
Y'all find them for me.
That sounds like something an Eagles fan would do. I wouldn't expect it from a Chiefs fan base.
I hate to keep going back to how great I am, but
How great I am.
if you would have started betting my picks on Monday and just doubling up every day, you guys would have the cash to go and buy some tickets right now off the StubHub to the game.
Hey, well, we could build up. I think in Nevada, it's up to 8 legs or 10 legs. We could cook up some sort of 8-leg parlay to win $1 billion, right?
That's what we're trying to do.
You guys did the million to one.
We tried to put together $1 million prop bet. The best I could come up with is a $250,000 prop bet.
Okay.
We have it. If you want to go through this, I can lay this out right now.
Is this NBA or is this a little bit of everything?
No, this is Super Bowl.
Okay.
$1 million Super Bowl.
Oh,
prop
I'm
bet.
excited for this. I did get a chance to study some of the wild prop bets that are being put out for the game.
It's fun just looking at it.
This is going to be based off of, so obviously my pick is going to be revealed now because this is based off of who I think is going to win. But so you take the Niners minus the 2.5 points. Then you say
I hate that.
Niners minus 2.5.
How?
Last I checked, did it move to 2.5?
2.5 this morning. Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Taylor Swift is coming back from Tokyo, and then with what happened with Patrick Mahomes.
Is she going to suit up?
I hope she does. And Patrick Mahomes, what the drama with that, and it's just, and then now they're going into this as underdogs. It's like the most perfect. Like, what else? What other tragedy is going to happen, or like inconvenience is going to happen for the Niners aside from them already being dogs? Like, no, I don't like that 2.5. I don't like that.
Depending on the book, MGM's got it at 2 right now. I was looking on Bet Hard Rock.
It is depending
and it was
on the book.
2.5.
Yeah, this morning I checked. BetMGM still got it at
I'm looking at 2 right now on BetMGM.
And what's the over? What do you have on the over? 47.5. 47.5.
So I'm liking 47.5. Do you recall, you guys may not be old enough to recall the last time the Niners won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I believe it was against the San Diego Superchargers.
Yes,
right.
and it was a
complete beatdown.
Yes, and that's what I'm predicting for tomorrow. A complete, absolute breakdown.
Sunday.
Or beatdown, Sunday.
A beatdown of the Chiefs.
Yes, exactly. So here's your, so you take the Niners minus the 2 or 2.5, over 47.5.
I like the over.
Then you got CMC over 1.5 touchdowns. So he's got to score twice.
Not the CMC Music Factory if you go that far
That's
back.
funny.
Debo, anytime touchdown.
Easy. Okay.
Kittle, anytime touchdown. Rashee Rice for the Chiefs, anytime touchdown. Purdy, over 1.5 touchdown passes.
I like that one.
Wow.
Mahomes, over 1.5 touchdown passes.
Right.
CMC, under 89.5 yards rushing.
I've been seeing that a lot, that one.
Mahomes over 25.5 yards rushing. Brandon Ayuk over 59.5 receiving yards. Kittle under 50.5 receiving yards. Kelsey under 70.5 receiving yards. 70.5 seems like a really high number for Kelsey. So under 70.5. Kelsey under 6.5 receptions. Debo over 4.5 receptions. McCaffrey over 4.5 receptions. Ayuk over 4.5 receptions. Pacheco under 88.5 rushing yards. Purdy under 1 touchdown. I'm sorry, under 1 interception.
Yeah.
Mahomes over 1 interception.
How many legs was that?
That
Like
is 1, 2, 3, 4,
16?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
20.
That is a
Oh,
20
my.
leg. You bet $100 and it will pay you $250,000.
You didn't see one for
Now
Tony
what I
dropping a
didn't
pass?
do. Now you can do.
You gotta parlay the coin toss in there too.
Yeah, you can put the coin cross. You can
I'll
put
go over
the
1.5
color of the
drop passes.
Gatorade.
I
You
like
can
that one.
you can probably put some Taylor Swift stuff depending on the book in
Yikes.
there also. But based off of what I think is going to happen in this game, that's the parlay that I'm going to play.
All right.
I mean, 250 is pretty.
I might.
I wouldn't mind that.
I might tail you on a couple of those.
It's an all or nothing because if you miss, you can't give me credit if you tell me on
I
the
will,
whole thing and
though.
hit. But then if you miss, you can't say, "Oh, I got this from AJ."
That's
You know, it's
funny.
like you can't bite into that burnt burrito and only get 1 bean, right? You get it's like the
Hey,
whole
it's,
thing.
yeah, he's got to collect his
I'm
commission
gonna
on
go
that on those
downstairs
picks.
after this and see what I like.
Now, because you guys are here in person, you only have to pay me a 10% vig when you bet
Okay,
this and
that's
win,
right.
okay?
There we go.
Anybody listening on the air, we can literally have the technology to track your signal where you're watching and listening from and track you all the way through Sunday, all your activity in the sports book and the whole 9 yards. So,
Paying
Joe
Bitcoin,
Pesci
too.
shares my birthday, so I'll have to go out there and knock some heads if I don't see the vig come back.
Yay.
have you thought about what you're going to bet on this game yet? Or not? I don't mean what, like dollar-wise, but I mean what your picks are.
Yeah, I hate to
Yeah.
admit it, but I absolutely love the Chiefs in this game.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we learned that Patrick Mahomes is pretty much inevitable. It's what the NFL wants to see. You know, there's the whole Taylor Swift thing. There's the whole Travis Kelce. You know, there's all that. You know, Patrick Mahomes being their most marketable player. It's the new Tom Brady and the Patriots. It's
Oh, yeah.
And it sucks if you're an AFC West fan.
if the NFL, the sports world absolutely hates it, that means the NFL is going to love it. I've learned, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them, ride the wave. Might as well make a few bucks while the wave is still going.
That's right. Follow Rick, guys. He's hilarious if you don't. The stuff he puts out is hilarious.
unless you're unless you're a Dodgers fan.
Well,
then-
yeah. I'm not a Dodgers
It
fan.
causes
so.
it causes
And
an
AJ,
absolute-
can I ask him a real quick? They're local, a quick baseball question. The Vegas mayor, did you see that one? Says that the A's
She's-
should stay in Oakland. What's your
She's
take?
not allowed to any of the barbecue.
Yeah, well, I think one thing that's very underreported is that so right now where we are in Mandalay Bay, this is technically not considered the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. So she has no absolute jurisdiction over this area. This is unincorporated Paradise, Nevada.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So the locals should come here and revolt against her. We won't get in
Okay.
trouble.
It
for
doesn't benefit her.
Yeah.
That's why.
Don't get thrown in jail, Val.
Right.
Okay.
I want some MLB here.
So
Yes.
Val, are your football Super Bowl thoughts the same
Yeah,
as Rick's?
I mean, as you know, I've faded Mahomes all year, and it's been more like hate fade. So if I'm gonna use my
Dad.
brain at least once while the season is still like alive, like why not just do it one time for the one time and ride that wave, but like do it with my eyes closed.
Gotta
or
stop betting
with
something.
emotion.
Yeah.
Just give your money over, let him handle it, right?
Yeah, no, so I do like, I mean, we were talking about this. I'm going to just take the money line. It opened up at 1.5 too, so, I knew it wasn't going to be anything crazy, obviously.
last I checked, the Chiefs are even money at plus 100.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to stick with, and actually, the coin toss was nothing you could ever bet here, like on the app. Now you can do that. So I'm going to dabble at that too. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
So what's your
Probably-
strategy on the towing cost? How do you handicap
I'm
the
gonna
towing
just
cost?
do it a few times and then
Okay.
whichever it lands on most.
We got to look
I'm
at
gonna
those
fade
trends
that.
from previous Super Bowls.
I'm gonna fade that. so I'm gonna. I like the Chiefs money line. That's so hard to say. I like that. I'm gonna parlay that with the coin toss. And there were a few that you had. I'm not a big parlay girl because I have gone like all but one before, and it's so frustrating. But your picks were kind of like, I see potential in a few of them. That's why I'm like, can I like take a few of them, not all of
You
them?
can take whatever you want.
All right.
So last year at the Super Bowl, when I was on Radio Row, and we asked everyone who came through who's going to win the game, who's going to win the game, who's going to win the game, do you know what everyone said?
Eagles,
Yes. When I asked everyone this year, do you know what they said?
Niners,
No.
Chiefs.
Every single person said the Chiefs. That is the trend. Why the Niners are the lock tomorrow.
I just.
Or on
I
Saturday.
My
overheard.
thing
I
is
overheard
too
something.
is
The last time two very public teams won the Super Bowl were the Seahawks against the Broncos. No offense, and the Patriots against the Rams. Other than that, public's gotten it wrong every time.
Also, like, look at the new fan base that the Chiefs have brought over to the NFL. I mean, they're all 14 and under and whatever,
I
but
know.
still, like, all that merch, are they going to toss it if the Chiefs lose because they still only care about one thing? Are they going to ride that wave going into next year because they're going to see how fun a Super Bowl game is and a win for the team that they're going for, their team? And so, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I do love that it makes Raiders fans upset, though. I love that. So
It's their worst nightmare.
I mean,
You got their geographical rivals from the Bay.
Well, maybe the next time it's here, your Broncos will get in. What do you think?
you
I
know,
heard they got some.
you will not hear from me that entire week if that happens.
Are you looking towards the
Why?
draft already, or what?
I will be. If the Broncos place? I don't know when's the next time it'll be back. But if I'm still living in Vegas, and the Broncos are in that Super Bowl, I'm going into hiding because I'm going into praying. I'm locking my closet. I'm turning on the candles. Like, I don't want any distractions. We've got to get ready for this game. They need me. They need me to be, like, focused.
Go
and
get
so,
Bo Nix in the draft. See what happens.
Yikes.
So, next year's Super Bowl is in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a great place for Stadium Food Girl
Yes.
to hit the
Jambalaya.
ground with her camera.
I'm excited about that one. I know that the last Super Bowl, that's when Destiny's Child played that halftime show. That was such a fun halftime show and just a fun game overall. And so
Well, it's a regular host to the Super Bowl. It tells you
that
everything you
and
need to know.
Phoenix is another one. I'm excited for the next one in Dallas. I was living in Dallas when the Packers Steelers played that game, and this is nothing like I've ever seen this entire Super Bowl.
Oh,
Well, I
you
think
know it.
only the next three, I could be wrong, but I think only the next three have been announced so far. And you got New Orleans, then you go to San Fran, and then you go back to LA for the next three Super Bowls.
I wouldn't be excited about the San Fran one. I have never been to that stadium, but I hear that area is not pleasant.
No, the only problem with the Levi's Stadium is it's very far away from the city. It's very inaccessible. It's just in the middle of a lot of office and commercial buildings.
Yeah, I could actually.
It's an hour away from the actual city itself.
I could skip the next three, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess New Orleans I'll do, but I do not enjoy California in the least bit whatsoever.
We should plan that trip. We should go try some boudin balls and
Ooh, talking
just-
my language. That's my people right there.
Yes, gumbo, but with chicken sausage. I'm not a big pork girl.
Yeah. You have seafood gumbo. You like that, or
I'm
no?
not a seafood person.
What?
Yeah, I know.
So surprised.
Chicken, sausage with the onions and the rice and the gravy or the roux, whatever.
They have it over there. It's not like my mom's gumbo, but it's all right.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
AJ and I are ready for you to book our tickets.
You are free to roam around the country.
Couple baseball things.
Dope.
Trevor Bauer is willing to take MLB's minimum salary
What
to
was-
sign on with a team.
What was I watching last night in bed? Literally almost cussing. I was rewatching the Lindsey Hill interview.
I don't want to dive down that rabbit hole.
And it just, yeah, it's so upsetting. I would take him. I would pay him to play for the Rangers. It sucks that this is like where it's resorted to.
I've been screaming, have I not, since as long before anyone else that he got the raw deal
Yeah.
here. And I don't understand why, especially for the league minimum, which is, what
Right.
is it, 600,000 maybe, 700,000
Right.
for the league minimum. You can get an ace. He pitched fantastic last year. He started out, where did he play?
Japan, yeah.
He started out rough. They actually sent him down to the minors in
yeah,
Japan,
yeah.
but then when he came back, he was Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting. You're getting it for almost nothing.
And I mean, he brings up a good point, right?
Well, one of
Teams-
your previous guests, Bill from Top Fan Rivalry, him and I were discussing this last night. So it doesn't seem like anybody's going to pick him up, right before spring training, even leading up to opening day. It seems more like he's going to be a late pickup, a late summer pickup for a playoff contending team.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to take a flyer on him, and he'll be that fourth or fifth arm, and add some depth to
In the
a playoff
meantime, put
contender.
him on my softball team. I'll
It's-
sign him.
yeah, put him on your
Yes.
softball team. That doesn't make sense to me, though, because you want to see what he's got. So you want him in spring training.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, he's got this stigma around him that he is bad in the clubhouse. So if he's bad in the clubhouse and you're in the middle of a pennant race,
Right.
why would you bring a guy in that might be bad? I think he's a perfect fit for the Phillies. I mean, I honestly do. Mike Nelson says you should go to the Marlins. Yeah, the Marlins that's what they pay everybody, Mike. Is
To me, he seems like a guy who would
Miami
fit well in like Minnesota, somewhere where the kind of would avoid the media, but a team that's kind of just hanging in there, ready to make that next step towards the playoff push. Even the Rays.
Well, I'm saying Philly because they have such a strong clubhouse and they are so tight in between Schwarber and Harper.
and-
If someone comes in with any sort of bad vibes, they will get it knocked out of them real
They'll
fast.
set him straight.
And
yeah.
and I think that puts the Phillies completely over the top because
I don't know.
they've got good pitching, but then they have great pitching.
I don't know though.
He did respond to a user on X or Twitter saying that he wouldn't rule out pitching in San Diego.
All right.
It's just a matter of
I
who's
think he'll pitch anywhere.
who's
at this
willing to
point,
take a
right?
flyer on him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Also, Major League Baseball players could play for the first time
The Olympics.
in the Olympics in
I like that.
2028.
I'm so
How are they going to
excited.
pull this off?
I
about
don't
time.
know because the World Baseball Classic gives Olympic vibes. So I don't know, are they going? I hope they don't go. I mean, the WBC's only been around since, 04, 06, something like that.
04.
So I don't know how that's going to work because you can't. Are you going to represent your country twice? And is it going to be I don't know. I don't know how
I
it's gonna
did get a
work.
chance to read into it a little bit. They did entertain the idea of possibly canceling the All-Star game that year to accommodate players in the
That's
Olympics.
big news. The All-Star game, that's
But that's they're
huge.
going to need 2 or 3 weeks off. The players, how are they going to do that?
Keep the home run
mid-season?
derby, and I don't care.
All right, all right.
And Penguin AZ says go answer backs.
The answer backs.
The answer backs. Yeah, I think they're going to be all out of answers next season, buddy.
They're
Sorry
gonna
to
come
say
out guns
that.
blazing. They're
So-
going to be an absolute nuisance in the West.
It's a tough division.
It's a very tough division.
How excited are you guys for spring training? Is days away, right? It was about a week away.
Yeah, we'll be there. We're going to spring training. We leave the 22nd of February, which is a Thursday night. And it'll take us a few hours to get to Phoenix. We plan on hitting, there's a few stadiums that I want to review at that work with Delaware North, which is the same catering company for the Rangers. And so it's Camelback where the Dodgers and White Sox play, American Family Field, which is I think where the Cubs. I don't remember.
No,
Sloan
no.
Park.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Sloan Park's
I
where the
don't
Cubs
remember who
play.
plays at American Family then.
It should be the Reds and the Indians, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Surprise, Arizona, obviously, home of the Royals and Rangers.
You got to go to the East Side parks where I live. Like I said, Sloan Park, Salt River.
Wait a minute. Never mind. I'm not doing American Family.
It's not my favorite. But
Okay.
you got where the D-backs and the Rockies play. That's one of
So
the
you're going
better
for the
ones.
food, not the baseball.
Yeah. So
I get it.
mean, so on my personal, it's only one team. On my Stadium Food Girl, I'm usually wearing the jersey of the stadium that I'm crossing off. So I plan on taking I've got a Goldschmidt jersey that I want to take for that stadium if I do make it.
Cool.
I have a Dodgers jersey that I'm sure he hates that fact, but I want to wear it for that stadium. I'm obviously going to go decked out in my Rangers gear, but at where the Dodgers and White Sox play, there's a 22-inch or 18-inch pizza slice that I want to try. It's like 3 plates that hold it up, and when you take a selfie with it, it's like this. And so that has been on my bucket list since it first came out like 2 years ago. So I can't wait. I'm so excited.
So when is the crossover between Stadium Food Girl and Bleacher Brothers, where you come to Florida and do the Grapefruit League? Because we can make that happen.
Well, when is Tampa opening that new stadium? Because that's when I'll go out
Oh, we still
there.
got to go to the Toronto
No,
at least one more
I'm
time.
talking about spring training.
I've never done spring training, so it was important for me to cross off this first. I could definitely see myself doing Grapefruit League next year for sure. I hate how the Astros play over there, but I really want to go to that stadium.
Yeah.
It's
They share it
not
with
the
the
greatest
Nationals.
stadium.
Really?
I mean,
Where have you been in
I've been to just about. The only one I have not been to is the Red Sox new stadium.
Okay.
It looks like a mini Fenway.
Oh, it's cute.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
We did about 10 years ago, we did our first spring training tour where we hit them all.
Oh.
And then this past spring, we did a second spring training tour. I was out with the Drunken Dad for most of it, but Chef Tom and the Drunken Dad did the rest of it. And
He's so funny.
Who, the Drunken Dad?
Yeah.
You've never seen him sober, that's why.
Yeah, true. The thing that I just don't like about the Grapefruit League is that you really need a rental car with like really good gas mileage. It just sucks how everything's so far apart from each
No,
other.
but it's not. So you get the two sides. So you have on the East Coast, there's only a few teams. You got Houston and Washington playing West Palm Beach.
Okay.
Right above that,
Which
20
is-
minutes away, you
okay.
got Jupiter where the Marlins and the Cardinals are.
Okay.
And then you have the Mets about 45 minutes north of there. The Mets Stadium is really nice.
Okay.
Then you got to go across state. And then everybody else is on the other side of the state. And they're pretty grouped together. So you go to the Tampa area, you get the Yankees, you get the Blue Jays, you have the Phillies. There's somebody else. The Tigers are not far from there. And the Tiger Stadium is very cool because
Aw.
it's really, really old,
I love that.
but it's very cool. And then you go down maybe an hour south, and then you got the Rays and the Orioles and the Twins and the Red Sox, and I'm forgetting a team or two.
You
but
said Jupiter. How far are the Hammerheads from that stadium?
that's
Jupiter.
that's where they
Oh,
play.
that's
the
where they
Jupiter
play.
Hammerheads. Mhm.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to that stadium. Whose minor league affiliate is that? Is that
It's either the Cardinals or the Marlins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like
It's
a
got to be the
Marlins
Marlins.
type of.
Yeah. Because I know the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, I think, are like the. You know what? There's so
And that's
many.
actually a really crappy stadium, the
What?
Jupiter Stadium.
Really?
Yeah,
Don't
it's
tell me
not-
that. I was so excited to visit it.
Nah, we don't. With the Mets.
I've got like random.
See, I'm all for the rundown stadiums though. It's part of the experience. You know,
No,
we've-
it's not a rundown stadium.
Or
It is just
older.
a crappy. It's not even. It's just not a great stadium. They didn't put a lot of thought into it. I don't.
Okay.
It's nothing
As-
special. It's
as
not.
long
It's
as
not
the
old
food
and
is
dumpy.
good.
all right.
As
So
long
on a
as the
scale
food
of
is
one
good.
to Oakland Coliseum, where does it
Oh
stand?
God.
I don't know. The hot dogs are terrible in Jupiter. Mike Nelson said.
Okay.
And Mike Nelson would know because Mike Nelson, if this is the same, Mike Nelson did the spring training tour, the original one with us. And Mike was our sausage and hot dog guy. Where he would. Oh, you know, it's a great stadium is where the Pirates play.
PNC.
No,
Or their spring
their
training.
spring training
Okay.
stadium, and they keep changing the names because even the spring training stadiums now get sponsors.
Yeah.
But this stadium
that's
is
cute,
like
yeah.
the Pirates have played there since their first season back in the 20s or the teens, and the stadium is still there. So you feel like you're going backwards in time.
Okay.
It is so unbelievably cool. That was. I don't know if me and Mike did that one together or not, but yes, that is that same Mike. So Mike knows where the hot dogs are. My favorite stadium back then was where the Tampa Rays have their spring training. They could not play there this past spring because the hurricane damaged the stadium.
Oh, bummer.
But they had, and Mike, I don't know if you remember the sausage sandwiches.
Ooh.
Italian sausage sandwiches in center field were they were.
I'm so hungry now.
They were the best. Yeah, I'm actually getting kind of hungry too. I haven't eaten hardly any. You know what I ate yesterday? I ate a muffin because you can get a muffin on the way here in the morning, and then I had a bag of popcorn.
Well,
That was
one of
what
her
I ate yesterday.
one of the vendors that she promotes, Barbecue Mexicana. I saw it on the way in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
I'm gonna
recommend.
go stop by.
Is it the Burn Ends burrito?
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Oh, my
you
God.
got to.
Where are they exactly in this place?
I saw them walking in.
Where the star or it's close to where you're first coming down, where they before they check your bags and your badge.
Yeah, it's on the
Okay.
other side of the Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And what's the name of it?
Barbecue Mexicana.
Mexicana.
Okay.
So
All right.
good. It's a taste of Allegiant and
The burn ends burrito, yeah.
The Las Vegas
yeah.
So you
10
guys, I
out of
got
10.
invited by Bill to the May 4th thing in Kaufman.
Yeah, I guess
So-
I opened my big mouth. I
Yep,
wasn't
so
supposed to.
That's the thing. Like, I hope that I can make that. You
Yes.
guys gonna go? Or?
yeah. So actually, it started last year when. So there's different catering companies, right? There's Delaware North, there's Levy, which runs Allegiant, there's Aramark, which runs Kaufman, and the guy who runs Aramark over there, his name is Troy. He's so cool. He had reached out to me last April when we were there for the first time, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, like next time you're here, let us know. Would love to, show you around." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know when's the next time we're gonna be back at Kaufman, but I would love to come back." And then he messages me again in July. It was during the home run derby. And I don't remember if we were like going back and forth prior, but he was like, "Look, let me know next time you're here. We'll put you here." I didn't know it would come with the food and the drinks that it came with, and the caramel pizza and the lobster corn dogs.
Oh, I
but
can't stop thinking.
It's
about
unreal.
it.
right when he sent me that message, I called Bill, I called a few of our friends, and I was like, "Pack your bags, we're going to Kaufman." And then we got the invite again this year. So I know you can't make it, but
Can't.
I'm gonna do. I got no problem. I gotta go. I gotta go.
you have to go.
Yes,
I've
because
also-
I missed out on the top fan fest.
You did. And
yeah.
That was unreal.
I heard. Now you may have a problem. You may not. But
Uh-oh.
I heard that Stephen Luker was invited also from Stephen Luker last night.
Oh,
I said,
really?
"Are you
Oh.
sure?" He goes, "Yeah, Bill told me I can come."
Okay.
And I said,
Okay.
"Okay, well, if Bill told you, then that's okay." But
then
I
we're
don't.
doing it. I haven't talked to Bill since yesterday, so you probably spoke to him after we were on the phone. So we're doing it then.
We talked to Bill like 12 hours ago.
Yeah. Oh no, you did. Well, you did, not me.
Bourbon and Baseball says lobster corn dogs.
Love her. Bourbon and Baseball. Susie, yes, lobster corn dogs. And this year they're actually gonna they're gonna throw in the lobster wrap, bacon wrap lobster tails in the suite as well. So we're excited for
Nice.
that. Even though I'm not a big seafood girl, I will do it for the vlog.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a good time. They also had the chilled barbecue shrimp last year too.
I'm off.
Yeah, it reminded me to make room for the dessert cart this
Oh
year.
my gosh, I didn't even know that was gonna be a part of it.
You need these rules when you come on the show from now on.
Okay.
I'm off of seafood and especially shrimp. You cannot mention shrimp.
All right,
Yeah.
well, you gotta. All right, before you leave, you gotta go to the Palms buffet.
The Palms buffet.
The Palm seafood buffet.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I ate some bad shrimp on the flight out here, and I had food poisoning when I
There's a
landed.
lesson for
So
you.
this is recent.
Yes, I landed with food poisoning,
Oh.
so I was making let's just say it was really disgusting.
You feeling better now?
Well, yeah, but then I got sick. I got like deathly ill for 2 days. So I had a mobile IV guy come in,
Oh wow.
pump me full of stuff day one. Got a little bit better. Day two, he pumped me full of stuff. Now I'm good to go. But the morning guy is down. Something's going around. So you won't get it from me.
Yeah.
You might get it from me. Maybe I'm still contagious.
Shout
I
out
don't-
to
It's not
Steph.
COVID. I can tell you that.
Shout out to Steph, her birthday as well.
Yes.
So we share birthdays.
Yes.
She's cool.
Wow, it's 2 birthdays though.
Who else's birthday is it today?
It's Steph.
Okay.
What's her handle?
Steph Uncorked.
Yes.
Steph
Okay.
Uncorked. She was there at Fan Fest. She's a big Astros fan.
Yeah, so you have so much in common. I'm an
Yeah,
Astros fan.
that's
Oh, your
right,
birthday
you
was-
are.
so your birthday was yesterday
Your
or
birthday was
today?
Oh, happy
Oh,
birthday.
happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
We owe him a burnt ends burrito for real, for real.
There you go. There you go.
With the candle.
You guys do cartoons?
Do I watch cartoons or
Yeah.
do I draw?
No, do you watch cartoons?
Depends.
Does SpongeBob count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We had the voice
shame.
of Patrick on yesterday.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. How do you not know this? I thought you. Why we're in your town and you're not even listening to all the shows and watching the shows?
To be fair, every day but every day but Friday I've got multiple meetings. It sucks.
Well, we had the voice of SpongeBob on yesterday. I'm sorry, the voice of Patrick.
Star.
And he was absolutely hysterical.
Yes.
And Jeff asked him, he said, "Hey, can you do you're listening to the Bleacher Brothers show in the voice of Patrick?" And
Spot on.
He did it.
I've never heard it before. I've never seen the show, but Jeff said, yeah, it was really good.
Spot on.
So
Yeah,
It was so good.
That's
I see
funny.
nothing wrong with being
Bill.
being the age that we're at and still enjoying SpongeBob.
There you go. We're turning AJ onto it.
I'll
It's
check it out.
hilarious. Got
So
no shame in that.
He told us that SpongeBob, so he's actually broadcasting the Super Bowl
Correct.
from the Super Bowl, and he's doing it in the Patrick voice. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Him and
That's
SpongeBob.
The Nickelodeon broadcast.
Yeah, and then he says that they animate the broadcast somehow. So it's
That's Bill.
Every time
Faker-Becky.
every time the players score from the end zone, slime comes out. You know,
It's so
back in the
cute.
day when they used to do the slime.
And I asked him, don't you think baseball could learn a lesson from them and do something?
You guys were
along
talking
those
about
lines?
that, right? The foul poles. And
Yeah, I just brought
That
that
would be
up,
kinda
and-
cool.
And he kind of went with it. But Bill Faker-Becky, I go back, that guy from the show called Coach. If you don't know that one, Craig T. Nelson back in, we're talking the early 90s. Too old for you guys, but he's been around. He's done a lot of movies, voiceover, so we were super excited. But AJ just had to learn on the spot about the guy. It was hilarious.
That's
So
funny.
how'd you guys happen to come across the voice of Patrick on the Bleacher Brothers?
Steven Luker.
Yeah.
So we have, it's not just me and Jeff. We have a whole crew out here. Nick the Flick is on the streets. Have you seen any of the Nick the Flick videos? Where
Yeah,
he's
I
out-
did.
Oh, yes, I
he's
did.
out
Yes, I
interviewing.
did.
He
I
does-
did.
Nick does this thing. He's famous for Who's the Greatest, where he'll ask, and he's getting professional football players or ex-players, who's the greatest.
I love that.
And he's doing fan interviews outside the NFL experience. And so we got Nick, we got Chef Tom, who produces. Steven Luker was here until today. He left this morning, but Steven secured this guy,
Bill
Bill Faber.
Bill Faber-Becky.
Faber-Becky.
Yeah, Faber-Becky.
Faber-Becky. Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick Star.
We'll
Yes.
go with that.
So Steven landed his. So everybody's chipping in, and we've had some really big. We had some good guests. We had.
Did you guys get a chance to secure Brian Baumgartner? Kevin from The Office. I actually had a.
No,
I had
is he
a
here?
I had a fangirl moment a little while ago when
It was
I
literally
first
5
walked
feet
in.
from this table.
Oh
And
wow!
She goes, "Who's that?" I go, "Hey, that's Kevin from The Office." I got a picture with him.
No, you said, "Look, it's Kevin from The Office," and I said, "Where?" I'm not used to seeing him with a hat on. He had a hat on.
And the first, I'm sorry, I asked him for a picture, and the last thing he told me before he walked away, and I said, "Thank you." He goes, "You need to change that hat, though."
Oh,
Oh boy. Oh, he
And
told you.
he's a Dodgers fan, isn't he? I want to say he's a Dodgers fan or a Red Sox, one of those.
If you spend a little time, did you guys do a? So we had Usher on the first day.
look at you.
Yeah, I see Usher's out there now. He's waving to us.
Yeah, I can just see him.
He's right behind you over there. You see him?
Ah,
I ran into Chuck
lying.
Liddell. That was
look.
scary.
Chuck
But
Liddell,
that
yeah,
was
I can
awesome.
Imagine.
Not the guy you want to get into a bar fight with.
No, yeah,
It was really nice.
The place is crawling with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
such a cool experience. Thank you guys so much for the invite. I've fangirled. I've got dry tears on my face. I'm going to go touch up my makeup after this. I've seen some really cool people.
this is the day.
So
it
have you
gets
made the
loquísimo.
rounds? Are you done? Or you have more to see in here? Your pass is good all day. This place.
I did quite a few laps around. I got to see Pat McAfee. Got to watch his show a little bit. He had AJ Hawk on. That was pretty cool.
Todd Davis is somewhere over there. I need a selfie with Todd Davis, Super Bowl 50 champion.
Wow. What
Todd
about the
Davis.
fan experience. Can they go to that, AJ, you think? Or?
I don't know if those passes will get
They
you
do.
the benefit. They do
Oh,
get you the
They
fan
do.
experience. Then I would
nice.
definitely
It expires
eyeball
today?
that. Yeah, it's only good for today.
Oh, okay, bet. Well, I've got to go back to work after this, so.
Oh,
You know what the amazing thing? If you look at McAfee's booth and how awesome it
Incredible. The FanDuel one is cool.
is. Last year, when it ended, McAfee had that same booth pretty much. The booth was gone in less than 2 hours.
Really.
Guys just come in and take that thing apart and boom.
Could
out
be
of
me.
here. Like it
ESPN
was
had to
never
pay
there.
a pretty penny for that spot, that production.
And is he here today, McAfee?
Yeah, he's broadcasting right now.
Because
right
he
there.
wasn't here Monday or Tuesday. So
Yeah.
they put that whole thing up for 2-3 days worth of broadcasting.
Yeah.
So
It was pretty surreal to see it in person.
tell us about MLB. What is it? MLB.
MLB Trash Talkers?
Trash Talkers. Yes. How did you start it? What is it? Why should we follow it? Are you going to crack us up?
Yeah,
It was good.
You know, it's never intended to be. It's never intended to be funny. I think the most entertaining part of it, the most hilarious part, are the reactions from
The comments.
the fans in the comments, starting absolute World War IV in there. It's I'll post, and so half the post they're not intended to like incite a riot or create some sort of chaos. I'll look at my phone. I'll post something. 10 minutes later, I'll see 200 comments, and I'm just like, what have I done?
But you know that all the hate and all the negative stuff feeds the algorithm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's what grew your account to be as massive as it is.
Yeah, it's I've definitely toned it down. It used to be very R-rated, kind of borderline PG-13 / R. Maybe like down to the level of like a South Park episode, maybe a little bit less.
Okay.
But kind of might go back to the old business model this year. It used to be a lot of it was very highlights based. Probably going to go back to posting memes, a lot more raunchy content, but no, not suitable for work stuff, but enough to maybe generate a laugh or two if I can.
Well, look, what you're doing in a way is sort of how John Boy started. They did videos specifically, mostly of Yankee Stadium, but
breakdowns.
John Boy is this gigantic. It's worth a couple $1 million right now.
Trevor Plouffe actually invested in them. So they got this beautiful office, and they're doing a really good job over there. Now they're expanding into football, they're expanding into hockey, they're just expanding into this whole media empire now.
Now, do you trash talk just the Dodgers, or you pretty much trash talk anybody and everybody?
It just depends on hey, who created the biggest goof of the day.
Okay.
All right, like. A couple of instances, like I don't know, I'm trying to think of like
the no-hitter, the Padres no-hitter against the Texas Rangers.
Yeah,
who
came up with the dumbest play of the day? Who was the biggest bonehead of the day? Right. So
now, are you the only one, or do you have like a staff crew of guys collaborating on this?
Not necessarily staff crew. We don't have an official payroll. Nobody gets paid for this. It's just something that we do for fun. But yeah, I collab with, we would call them the MLB TT crew. We all just kind of think of ideas together, and then it goes on to the page.
Well, it's so much fun you guys have.
We have a lot of fun doing it.
And I love following you so much. And if you guys aren't following, give it one more time. Give us that.
It's at MLB Trash Talkers on Instagram. I know there's another page on Twitter with the same handle. Completely ignore it. That's not us. So MLB Trash Talkers on Instagram and Threads. That's our only social media outlet at the moment. We used to have a podcast a couple years ago. She actually helped me secure a couple of pretty awesome guests. But that's on a hiatus at the moment. But for right now, MLB Trash Talkers is going into its, I think we're going into our 11th season now.
You should try to grab that name on TikTok, even if you're not doing TikToks.
Oh, yes, I did secure it on TikTok. Just haven't had a chance to, play around with it. I'm completely illiterate when it comes to TikTok, but Instagram, whole different story.
And Val, where are we finding you?
I am on Instagram as Stadium Food Girl. Stadium Food Girl. I just do the best foods you can find at stadiums and arenas. So.
And you're on TikTok also,
I am
correct?
on TikTok, yes.
She's very active
on
YouTube,
TikTok. Correct?
YouTube, I just need to save my videos and post them. I have a few videos on YouTube, but TikTok and Instagram are like my go-tos.
Awesome. We appreciate you guys coming on today.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to work you into a semi-regular, well, work both you guys into semi-regular spots on the show.
Would love that.
So it would be fantastic.
Yes, of course. That'd be fun.
I hope you guys
talk food and sports.
enjoy your day on Radio Row, and if you can just blow off work today. It's Friday. It's Super Bowl weekend. It's Vegas.
Tell them it's my birthday. You don't need to do all
just
that.
blow
Play
it off.
Action's birthday.
Play Action's birthday.
When are we gonna go get that burrito? When are we good?
I'm done at 2:30?
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Somewhere around 2
Something
o'clock.
like that.
Dope.
So.
No, don't worry. If you got to go to work, don't worry about it. Don't worry about me. I'll make sure I get that thing somehow. Come hell or high water, I want that.
That's funny.
Do it.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with all the NFL Honors Awards from last night.
Yeah,
and then
we
we gotta break down the Super. Oh, and the police blotter too. Okay. And we got to break down the Super Bowl, and who knows, we may, Robbie, Tom, Nick, Joe, somebody may just pop in with another guest. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after these. You know, I love when everybody says, oh, you must be having so much fun. And yes, we absolutely positively are having some fun. We're experiencing a lot of cool stuff. But, man, this is a lot of work.
I believe everything you say.
Robbie, I don't know what number you're on. 3? No, you're not on 3. You're on 4. Okay.
Hello, hello.
There you go. All right.
Yes, sir.
Let me pull you up on screen here, too. So we're coming down to the wire. Let's go through here real quick. NFL honors last night happened. And is it really surprised that Lamar Jackson won his second MVP?
Absolutely not. He's well deserving. I wish he would have. I wish the Ravens would have went a little further than they did. It would have helped him cement himself as honestly the best player in the NFL. But right now, that is not. He may be in some people's opinion.
Such a Lamar lover because he played football right next to where our studio is when he was in high school.
Hey. But like I was going to say, Patrick Mahomes arguably may hold that title, especially if he wins the Super Bowl. But it's awesome to see a lot of talent across the quarterback position.
Joe Flacco, comeback player of the year.
Very glad it's him and not DeMar Hamlin. No shade against DeMar Hamlin. Absolutely incredible story of him coming back. But what did he do on the field? I mean, there was one. I remember one play specifically where they tried to run some type of. I don't remember what game this was in, but they tried to run some type of fake punt with him, and he got all of like 2 yards. But anyway, Joe Flacco actually came back and made the Browns relevant. How many people can say they've made the Browns relevant?
So last night, Nick and Tom went to, it's called Friends Over Fans, and it's DTR, Dorian Thompson Robinson's foundation.
Oh.
And they sat down with Dorian for a long time. Nick did an interview. I think we posted it already out on social media.
Yeah.
But he said that he asked Dorian what Flacco was like, and he said Flacco completely changed everything when he came in. The vibe of the team, they started winning. He was a really good guy.
Yeah, really. He is a winner.
Yeah, he really, like, the team just, I guess, rallied around him, and he brought them up a few notches.
Well, think about the quarterbacks that were there before him, and this is no knock against DTR because he's a rookie, so it's like you can only ask so much out of a rookie, but like, I mean, how much did we like Deshaun? It's like you bring in Deshaun and you get Deshaun Kaiser a couple of years ago and Baker when he first came. All of those guys, they are not people. They're not winners that can come in and change the culture. Joe Flacco is a seasoned veteran who knows how to win. And what's cool about his story is he had success with the Ravens, but there were down years after that where he bounced around between a variety of different teams. And you learn something from that. From what I've learned from the variety of NFL athletes we spoke to this week, if you don't learn from all of your experiences, it doesn't make you it doesn't help you. And I think Joe Flacco really learned both from his time winning and from the down times, and it was a good culmination of both of those with his success with the Browns this season. I also wish they would have gone a little bit further. All the good stories kind of got whittled down to Brock Purdy is the best good feel-good story left, in my opinion.
CMC, offensive player of the year.
Who did he win it over? I don't know the other.
I don't
Yeah.
But how could anybody? I mean, he was just a machine.
Yeah, that's why it's like I can't think of anybody else who would even be up for that award. Unless they want to give it to Lamar too for running the ball, but I don't think his running numbers were as good. I mean, they were probably solid, but not enough to win the award on its own.
Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett.
Well deserved.
Well deserved, yeah. I think he was just over there. Yeah, he was. He was over there with Aiden Hutchinson doing an interview. But
Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
Thank you.
Who gave you a picture
for
your
birthday picture.
Yes, that's
Yay.
all I needed right there, huh?
Right.
Defensive Rookie of the Year, Will Anderson.
Yes. Another Texan.
Mm-hmm.
Coach of the Year, Kevin Stefanski.
Now, I have a problem with that.
What's the problem, Jeff?
It should be D'Amico Ryans. I don't care what you say. D'Amico Ryans.
Stefanski was the Browns.
Yeah.
See, but in my opinion, I agree with you because, okay, so they gave Comeback Player of the Year to Joe Flacco. How much, if he doesn't come in, how much success do the Browns have? And so it's like, how do they look at that and say, Stefanski coached them to greatness, Coach of the Year? No,
They should just give the Browns one trophy and say, "Here, it's for all you
Yeah,
guys.
that's
Figure it
right.
out."
You guys share. You can put it at your house this day.
You're
his
all
house.
you're all deserving of a trophy for your immense struggles, so we can only give you one. So here you go.
And they may not even be playing it in Cleveland or next to the water. That's another thing. Cleveland may not even play in that stadium come next year or the year
Why?
after.
What happened?
Well, if you haven't seen that story,
I gotta
you need to
look
bring
it
that one
up.
because, yeah, and that goes way
I don't know.
back too.
I can't imagine there's that many other open spots for a stadium in Ohio.
No, of course
So
not.
I don't know.
That goes way back before they moved to Baltimore. If you remember, Baltimore used
Colts,
to be
yeah.
no Baltimore Ravens used to be the Browns.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
See, I was just talking to Miss Robin about this. I need to do a deep dive in NFL history because, I know there's stuff
You should read Greg's book.
See, but it's like he's not going to tell me that, what's Irving Fryer, who's sitting right now on Tony's show.
Irving
He's not
Fryer.
going to tell. That book is not going to tell me all about Irving Fryer. And I'm like, look, and Robin's showing me his Wikipedia page. I'm scrolling through. The guy was he's one of the longest tenured receivers ever. And his stats are crazy. And he put up all these numbers. He won team MVP with the Dolphins a bunch of times. And it's like, you don't know about all these players because he didn't make the Hall of Fame, so it's like you don't hear about it. But there are so many good players in the NFL that have come throughout this history that you just have no idea about.
Yeah, Irving Fryer, he was something to watch. When I first started watching football, he stood out. So
Yeah.
he needs to get in there. But hey, you got some other guys like some of the senior classes, and I don't want to skip around too much.
Let's skip around.
Some of the senior guys, Randy I'm going to say it wrong, Randy Gradishar from the 70s and 80s, Broncos linebacker. Do you know this guy, Steve McMichael, also known as Mongo?
Mongo.
A Bears defensive tackle, played for the Packers and
He
the
was on that.
Patriots.
He was on that big Bears defense back then with Ditka and whatnot.
He
Yeah, okay.
sure was.
Okay.
The Super Bowl shuffle.
Yeah.
The Walter Pate Man of the Year Award, Cameron Hayward.
From the Steelers?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'll have to look up his foundation. Let's see what we got here. Cameron Hayward.
No, he's a beast.
He is. No, he's a really good defensive lineman. But let's see. Let's see what his foundation is about. The Cameron Hayward Foundation is dedicated to impacting the lives of today's youth. Let's see. The Hayward House was started in 2015 by Steelers defensive end Cameron Hayward. As a child, Cameron had severe asthma. His condition required numerous hospitalizations and some scary close calls, and it made playing any sport, including one as physically demanding as football, difficult. It taught him to be grateful for everything, the good and the bad, and just because someone else doubts your future, you should never let that stop you. And he is passionate about spreading that message to others. Cam struggles with asthma would pale comparison to the next life-changing event he would face as a teenager, the death of his father. There's a lot here about Cam, but we'll skip down a little bit. At the core of Cam's heart are kids, whether it's visiting with children who have serious medical conditions, taking kids shopping for winter clothes, or sending birthday presents and cards to kids who rarely get celebrated. He knows that every kid needs to have one person who is in their corner rooting for them at all times. The Hayward House is, if you want to visit his foundation in person, it's at 745 North Negley Avenue in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And that is the information I've got
I can
right
relate. Asthma's no joke, yo.
No.
I hate it.
So, yeah. But and you can always give him a call, it says. Feel free to call the foundation with any question you may have. It doesn't give an email, but, hey, calling is better, in my opinion. You can call the foundation directly at 412-935-9372. That's the Cameron Hayward Foundation, which benefits children.
Hall of Fame inductees for 2024. Dwight Freeney.
Good call.
Andre Johnson.
Yes.
Randy Gradshire.
Yeah.
Andre's deserving. That's another name I don't know. I got to look him up.
Steve McMichael.
Yeah.
Steve McMichael, I know
Devin
him.
Hester.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Julius
Yeah.
Peppers.
Patrick Willis.
Niners Nation, stand up.
I know.
I'm missing one?
Patrick Willis also, yeah.
Okay, I'm missing one.
Niners
He was
Nation,
solid.
baby. That's pretty fire. That's good. That's a pretty good class, especially getting the Niner tie in there with the Super Bowl week. Just a lot going on for that fan base.
That's huge.
More than my Giants, but I will say my guy Daniel Jones was here. He was playing beer pong at the FanDuel booth and hitting absolutely zero
I
shots.
saw that video.
He was about as cold on the beer pong as a freshman pledge
Was he not
in any fraternity.
Was he not a fraternity guy, maybe?
I don't think they do that at Duke. I think they only hit the books and maybe I don't know what they do for basketball, but I guess beer pong is not part of it. But he was cool enough to take a picture with me, and he did the Kay and Adam show over there. So I don't know why they had put him on the beer pong table to absolutely brick 10 shots in a row.
Are your Giants looking towards the draft already, or what?
I don't know. I mean, I posted that picture, and everyone's swiping up, and it was like, enjoy him while he lasts, say goodbye, da-da-da. I'm like, guys, I just met him. Let me enjoy the moment here, please.
They're breaking you down.
Like, what the heck?
Well, look at it this way. There's some good names coming out on the draft. You know, Kool-Aid's coming in the draft.
Kool-Aid McKinstry?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We
Kool-Aid
got our Bama. Where's our Bama guy? Who's over here somewhere?
And here's the best one right here. He's a defensive end named Chop Robinson.
Chop.
You know, don't you just, if you're a defensive end, you're chopping through the line, right? Come on.
If we're on the topic of good names, while we were at the media party the other night, I got two autographed pictures from Tiger and Bear Bachmeier. I love those names.
Oh, boy.
And what's funny is, they have another brother. You got Tiger and Bear. You think of the other brother is going to be like Wolf or Lion. You got Hank Bachmeier. So
they didn't like that
They
kid,
did not
I guess.
like Hank. He's the oldest, so I don't know what Hank did, but I guess maybe after Hank, the parents hit a wild streak maybe. I don't know. But Tiger and Bear were cool enough to sign that off for us, and so now we go home with those autographs.
That's amazing.
I know, right? That whole it was all the Asian players of Asian descent. I want to keep wanting to say Asian American. They're not Asian American. They are all of Asian descent. All the different cultures and stuff. It was a cool experience, and they had autographs from every single player. No Younghoe Koo autographs. So that would have been a cool one.
I saw that. Like, wait a minute. I saw his
picture, but no autograph.
Wow.
I mean, I guess he's the star of the show. He's in a really successful kicker and he's making a name for himself in the NFL.
We learned a lot on that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
So we should probably talk about this football game that's going to happen.
Nah, what game?
Finally. Well, that's the thing. We've strung you guys along. You're waiting patiently for our picks. So I guess it's about time.
Yeah, and because I put out my $250,000, what was it, a 20-leg parlay?
Mm-hmm.
You guys already know what my pick is.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've seen the Super Bowl already. And I think that the Niners are just going to come out, and so I had said about a month ago that when the wild card round started and the Chiefs pulled the Miami Dolphins, I said that the Dolphins are exactly what the Chiefs need to get on a good roll, because the Dolphins really suck and they don't belong in the playoffs and they're not really a good team. And that's what happened. It got the Chiefs rolling.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Now I think that the roll comes to an end. I think San Francisco has unfinished business. I think they would have won the Super Bowl last year if Purdy doesn't get knocked out, because they're a better team than the Eagles. I mean, you look at that NFC Championship game last year. Purdy got knocked out, I think, in the first quarter. Maybe it was early in the second quarter. And San Francisco played 3 quarters with literally no quarterback, because the backup came in and got knocked out.
Yep.
So there was no quarterback. It was run.
It's an Army
and
game.
it was a close game until the fourth quarter.
That's amazing.
Because the defense was on the field constantly, and they just wore out. They would have beaten the Eagles, and I feel like they would have gone on last year and beaten the Chiefs. They have unfinished business this year.
Okay.
And, the Chiefs are loose. They've been here before. The Niners are focused. Isn't that what you saw when you were out there the other day? The Niners are focused.
I spun that in a different way, but it can also be spun the other way, that the Niners are more focused and dialed in. They want to win. But I do think that, the Chiefs may be laid back, but, we talked about that with Gene. That's because they've been here before. Mm-hmm. So like he brought up his football analogy, catching the touchdown for the first time. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe the Niners are a little excited, and I don't know. It's the Super Bowl. If they're making mistakes because they're excited, then I don't know how they got here.
Look, I think that once the game starts, it's just another game.
It's just
to
another
them.
game,
That's
yeah.
right.
Once you get past that initial,
It's not like college. I mean, these guys playing sold out. They've played in Raider Stadium before. It's like they're not taking them to some new and unheard of venue. The spectacle of this and the nights and the parties and stuff may be cool to some players, but I doubt it's the biggest thing in the world to some of them.
what are you thinking, Jeff?
So I'm going to
What's your
take the
pick?
Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs. And here's one thing. Kyle Shanahan is going to blame it on the fire alarm and the field once the 49ers
I saw
lose.
that fire alarm this morning.
Yeah. I mean, who did that? Was that Joe Q out there messing around?
So you're taking the Chiefs plus 2 points.
Plus 2 points, exactly right. You heard it here first.
And you want any prediction on a score?
It's going to be tight. I'll go 31-28 Chiefs.
31-28.
Is that right?
31-28. I'm calling 53-23.
That's a big one. Mm-hmm. That's that blowout, like you said.
That's what I'm feeling. How about you,
Excited.
Robbie? What are you thinking on this
Give me
game?
Chiefs plus 2. Give me the over 47.5.
All right.
And 28-24 Chiefs.
28-24?
28-24. That does cover the over, right? That's my score here.
Yeah,
28,
that covers there. That's 52 points.
I think so, yeah. Yep, that covers. So, there we go.
It's been a good week. I'm trying. I know that I'm forgetting, but we should thank our guests and tell me who I'm leaving off here. Usher was our first big guest
Usher
we had
was the-
on.
yeah.
I heard. I missed that one.
Right,
Strong,
right,
type,
day
strong
one.
silent
Usher.
type, right?
Usher,
Hirsch, babe.
MLB Trash Talker, who just was here a little while ago.
Yeah,
Stadium
Rick.
Food Girl. Bonnie Jill Laughlin. Bill Faber Fingerhut,
Fagerbakke.
the voice of Patrick, was absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Almost Andy Reid, who came on with us this morning. Judge Coach Gene.
Judge, Coach,
Yeah,
Gene,
he was
baby.
sneaky
Absolutely was
good,
phenomenal.
right?
I mean, he was great. We had the president. No, was he the president or no?
Yeah,
he was
President Jay Cicera.
president of Louisiana came
No,
on
no,
with
no.
us.
The Louisiana Sports Foundation. But, with the way sports goes in Louisiana, he might as well be the president.
That's how they love their sports.
Yep.
We had Bill Perkins join us.
Yeah.
We had Greg Firesea, who wrote the book Gridiron Legacy, and gave me a signed copy, which I'm going to.
Yeah.
Are you saving the best for
I'm gonna
last?
Go back to read. Who am I? Who?
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top. I
Yay.
knew there was something else. Yeah,
That's the big one for me, man.
that's how long this week feels.
He took the time.
Absolutely.
He took the
Thank you,
time.
Carrot Top.
I haven't watched all of his radio rows, but from what you have telling me, what Robin's telling me, no one sits down for 30 minutes unless they enjoy what they're doing. I looked at my time. He sat down for 29:28.
Did he sit down with us for that
Really?
long?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, our style is just to have fun. That's what it is, and there are other. I get confused because Angel and I interviewed. We had a bunch of doctors yesterday over on the radio side.
Oh, they did it. They did him like us, Jeff.
But the doctors, the last doctor was a neuro, and he studies Alzheimer's and things like that. So I asked him about the white matter
Yeah,
that I have
that's-
on my brain.
That's right.
And the interview went on for a good 30, 35 minutes. And at the end, his handler, she's like, "This was the best interview we did." I said, "Really? I made it all about me?" She said, "No, this was an absolutely phenomenal interview." So we just try to, I don't know if it's dumbing it down or keeping it simple or
What'd he
just
say?
make it a conversation.
Are you concerned?
Yeah, he said maybe by Tuesday or Wednesday I should be gone. So
Okay. You heard it here first. That's breaking
I'll make
news.
it through the game anyway.
Well, we
which
should make
should
that part of the
happen.
show.
Oh,
If you
man.
could die on the show,
I'll
it'd be
have
so
to tune in.
cool.
We,
I will have to tune in.
We got to thank our Nick and I wanted to get Nick and Tom on today also, but they are out.
Nick is hung over
They're
big time. bro.
firing off. They had fun last night. They're firing off interviews to me left and right here. But let's thank our crew that came out this week. Uncle Rico, who didn't get any airtime but was working behind the scenes.
Where is he?
He's gone.
Is he gone?
I believe he left today. So that's what you guys told me.
I am not sure, but Uncle Rico did a lot behind the scenes. He dumped a lot of content on. We have so much content. We'll be putting out content for the next 2 weeks.
There you go. Did he go to the Tropicana?
Did he? Yeah, I believe he did go to the Tropicana. Yeah, and he already put an article out on the Tropicana. But yeah, I believe that he did. Stephen Luker came in, did a fantastic job for us. Stephen Luker also did a fantastic job on the radio side for TBSN.
Yeah,
he was working the boards. He learned how to work the streaming system, which is going to be a big benefit to us right here.
Did you learn that, the EV?
Yeah, that's one of the things that he learned. Nick the Flick, I mean, once he hit the ground, he
was running. He was
yeah.
running.
I mean, Nick loves the camera loves Nick, and Nick's a funny...
He's a personable guy. He gets along with a wide range of people, which I think is important in Vegas.
He does. So, great job, Nick the Flick. Great job, Chef Tom.
Chef
I goof
Tom.
on him constantly, but Chef Tom did an awesome job.
Yes.
This week, and he's out there working the cameras and working the equipment with Nick the Flick. Robbie, first Radio Row.
Good boy.
Kicked ass. Did a really good job. Great job securing Carrot Top.
We might not be
Great
finished.
job with the interview. I think we're finished, buddy. I'm running out of steam here, and I know he's not feeling so good. So I think we're not even making it to 2 o'clock.
I got to tell you about Robbie. Robbie is phenomenal, and he's got a bright future. And you know what? He thinks ahead, and it's something that's it's very personable. And who knows? Maybe he'll take this Bleacher Brothers after you die in 2 days and run with it.
We're
right?
taking it to the moon after we're done.
To space.
But no, I mean, yes, I also want to give a shout out to the Lieutenant Governor of New Orleans. I'm not going to mispronounce his last name on the air because he was a great interview, so I'm going to look up the correct pronunciation of it. But he took the time when he was going to come on our show yesterday. But was not able to, and he invited Bleacher Brothers and the rest of the crew to the party. Unfortunately, I was the only one able to make it because my boy Jeff here was under the weather. But Billy Nungesser, that's his name, he took the time to sit down with us and do a 5-minute interview. It should be coming out here on Bleacher Brothers social media in a few days. He was honest. He gave a lot of good perspective about Louisiana, not just New Orleans, about the work that has to be done, right? I mean, like any city, there's crime, there's a wide amount of homeless people that needs to be addressed ahead of time. But, that's not what the whole interview is about. That was, of course, what's going to catch some attention once we put it out there. But I think he talked about Louisiana's ability to bounce back from things and then, just continue to rally around each other. And it's going to be a really community-based Super Bowl, and I just think everyone who goes is going to experience that and enjoy it. So thank you to them. And it was also one heck of a party. The Louisiana Office of Tourism. Anybody who goes to any other events, you're guaranteed to have a good time.
In a short synopsis of your first Radio Row, what do you think?
It's a lot of fun, right? I mean, you get a chance to interview people in person. And the interviews we've done over Zoom, I mean, they're awesome. But, these interviews, it's personable. They're sitting right here. Like Carrot Top, It's just like we're having that conversation. Bonnie Joe, you feel how much energy Bonnie Jill, thank you. I don't know. Bonnie Joe is like a country woman. She is not country anyway. Bonnie Jill, yes. But again, you feel her personality come out, and I don't know if you could feel that in Zoom. The same thing, Mel White, the NFL player we interviewed over there. That was one heck of an interview, and it's just like the way to talk to these people in person. It's just different. The only down part I have, we have a chance to fix it, so that's why it's like I kind of want to corner him and get him in here. But hey, if I can't do that, it's still a surreal experience that I'll never forget. I mean, outside of the interviews and stuff we've done, I mean, I now have pictures with every single celebrity I can imagine. I mean, Daniel Jones, I'm a big Giants fan. I always root him on, man. That's a cool picture to have. And it's like, people talk mess about the Giants, but it shows the personality of some of these people, like really who they are. And hearing about what NFL athletes do after they retire. Mel White, I am enamored. If I'm going to be posting clips, I already did post a clip from that interview to BleacherBrothers.com or Bleacher Brothers Twitter. But he was almost as great of an interview as talking to Jim Nantz in the short amount of time was, just because the way he goes about his things. He was not he was a good player in the NFL, but there's so much more to him that the NFL is like chopped liver to him. I mean, he did the food reservation service, I mean, that's just the funny one to me. But he went to Egypt. He ran with the Bulls. He's a lawyer. He's a doctor.
He ran with the Bulls.
And so it's like those type of people. Like it's like if I didn't interview him here at Radio Row, all I would know about him is that his Wikipedia page says he does all this stuff, but you don't really understand that, right? But now you do. You really see how passionate some of these. They're everyday people once they retire from the NFL.
Anyway, he was such a nice guy.
No, and that's another thing. It's like you really see how nice these people are, and some of them you see not nice they are.
Cam Newton.
Hey, we might be able. I'm not holding it with a grain of salt, but you know.
He's bumped. We're not going to make it to anywhere close to 2 o'clock. Jeff, your first Radio Row. I mean, I know that you came out for a day last year and got to take an eyeball. What was it like working Radio Row this year? And
I just think of everything that you say. You were saying it's fun, but it's work. And I took it serious, and I just wanted,
I know you did.
I wanted to take a page out of your book, and I did. I made the best of it. I had a lot of fun, and I hope I'm invited back next year because all the stuff I learned, I'm just going to take it and run with it, and I'm going to be that much better.
Next year, we may not even need to request a second table. They might just give us 2. They might just give us 3 tables next year if everything goes as planned.
Knowing me, my Louisiana connection, for sure.
Yeah.
We need to thank everybody on the radio side, TBSN, which is home to our radio broadcast. You can catch us on the Tony Bruno Sports Network Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 5 p.m. Las Vegas time.
What are we doing next week? Are we back on the air? Are we doing it?
We'll be back on Monday. Yes,
all right.
We'll be back on Monday. There will be...
Come Monday.
There may be a vacation week the following week, but we'll be back on Monday. Absolutely, because we got to recap the Super... You know how much I like to gloat about when I'm right when I pick these... So I'm giving out a $250,000 20-leg parlay today. When it hits, you don't think I'm going to come on the air Monday morning or Monday night? Or I'll be on Pete's show. I'll be on LFG.
Well, you better be
I'll be on
Pete's show.
Tifo's show. I'll be on Angel's show. I'll be everywhere.
You got to rub it into Pete. I can't wait.
If you missed my 20-leg parlay, you can rewatch this show and all the shows from all week long on YouTube, on
My dad
Facebook,
will be doing that one.
and on X.
That's right. Follow us on the socials, guys.
Yeah, follow us on the socials. Check us out. We appreciate everyone. I saw the message that came in, support from Arizona all week long. We appreciate it. We appreciated everybody that tuned in this week and everybody that tunes in, nightly and weekly and all the time to us.
Cheers.
Our viewership was very, very good this week, and we ran into some major issues right out of the gate. Sunday was a challenge, and then Monday, we were getting ready to go live. It was a challenge. We couldn't start until 2 hours late. But
and before I go, you might see me guys out the Waste Management Open. Look for me out there at the Cove.
If you're listening to this, the credential request team, we've put one in. If you're the credential request team at the Waste Management Open, approve my boy Jeff over here.
Please.
So I think the Las Vegas Super Bowl committee did a fantastic job with everything that they did. Everything seemed to run really smoothly. It was fantastic. It was a really great week. It just sucks that we all got a taste of this bug that's been going around, and I think those IVs are starting to wear off. But anyway, we'll be back on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Remember, if you want to put your prop bets in, you want to play this 20-leg prop bet that I gave you, go to our website, click on the banner ad, Bet365.
That's right.
You literally, I believe, could drop $2,000 on this. So let's figure that out real fast. This $100 bet will bring you back $250. So what is 20 times 250,000? That's a lot of fingers. 250,000 times 20.
Tell me there's no math on this show.
That would bring you back $5 million.
Ooh.
Now, if you lose, well, let's say that only 19 of the legs come out, and you say, darn, I was that close to $5 million. That's okay. Bet365 will give you $2,000 in bonus bets. It's basically a safety net.
It's a safety
Or if you
net.
just want to bet $5 on this thing, that's okay too. They'll also give you $150 worth of bonus bets just for betting $5. So you get, but to get all that, you got to go to our website, click on the link, go sign up for a new account. It's got to be a new account. You've got to be 21 years or older, and if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Absolutely.
Perfect.
So that's it. We are from 2024 Radio Row in Las Vegas, Nevada for Super Bowl LVIII. We are signing out. Appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be back on Monday. All right?
Yeah.